The Nintendo Switch 2 is the highly anticipated successor to the popular Nintendo Switch. With the gaming world watching closely, many are wondering if Nintendo will continue its trend of innovation or follow in the footsteps of its competitors. As rival consoles like the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X push the boundaries of power and graphics, the Switch 2 could either introduce fresh features or adapt to new trends. This raises the question, will Nintendo stay true to its unique hybrid design, or will it start to follow the lead of its competition? Let's find out. To understand why a new console is such a big deal, let's look at the current Switch. The latest version, called the Nintendo Switch OLED, came out in October 2021. It has a shiny screen and more storage space, but inside, it's still running on the same NVIDIA Tegra X1 processor and 4 GB of RAM as the original Switch from 2017. Imagine a car getting a new paint job, but keeping the same old engine. It looks nicer, but doesn't perform better. Because of this, modern games like Kingdom Come Deliverance and Biomutant struggle to run smoothly on the Switch. It's like trying to play a new game on an old phone. It works, but not very well. The current Switch also has limits on how sharp its graphics are. It can show games at 720p on its screen and 1080p when connected to a TV. In comparison, newer consoles like the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X can display in stunning 4K resolution, making games look much clearer and more detailed. As we look forward to the release of the Nintendo Switch 2, rumors and leaks have hinted at some exciting upgrades that could make the new console stand out. While the Switch 2 may not look drastically different from its predecessor, it is expected to feature significant improvements on the inside. For starters, we might see a larger and higher quality screen, possibly 8 inches. This would offer a better display for handheld gaming, giving users a more immersive experience. Along with the larger screen, there's also talk of an upgrade in memory. The new Switch could come with 8 GB LPDDR5 RAM, which is double the 4 GB found in the original model. This increase in memory would allow the console to run games more smoothly, making it better suited for the demands of modern titles. In addition to more memory, the new Switch could offer increased storage, possibly around 64 GB, which would be a welcome change compared to the 32 GB storage of the current model. This would give players more room to download and store their favorite games and apps without worrying about running out of space. Another area where the Switch 2 is expected to improve is battery life. The original Switch had decent battery life, but with the more powerful hardware and bigger screen, the Switch 2 might be able to last even longer on a single charge, allowing for extended gaming sessions without needing to plug in. One of the biggest hopes for the Switch 2 is that it will solve the ongoing problem with the Joy-Con controllers, specifically the issue of Joy-Con drift. For those unfamiliar, Joy-Con drift occurs when the controllers start registering movement on their own, causing the character or cursor to move without input from the player. This issue has frustrated many Switch users over the years, and fans are hopeful that Nintendo will redesign the Joy-Con using a Hall effect analog stick to prevent this problem in the Switch 2. With better controllers, players could have a more enjoyable and reliable gaming experience. Additionally, the Switch 2 is expected to offer smoother gameplay and improved graphics. The original Switch, while successful, was limited in terms of graphical power, especially when compared to newer consoles like the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. The Switch 2 might bring better graphics that allow games to run more fluidly, making for a more visually appealing experience. With these potential upgrades, the Switch 2 could become an even more enjoyable console for both handheld and docked gaming, allowing players to experience modern games in the best possible way. The Nintendo Switch 2 is a really special gaming console, and one of the things that makes it stand out is its games. Nintendo is famous for having some of the best and most fun games in the world. Some of their biggest games, like The Legend of Zelda, Super Mario, and Pokémon, are so popular that people all over the world love to play them. What's even cooler is that these games are only available to play on Nintendo consoles, which makes them even more unique. Now, here's the best part. If you already have a Nintendo Switch and have bought some games, you won't need to buy those same games again when you get the Switch 2. That's right. Nintendo has made it so that the games you play on the current Switch will work on the Switch 2 too. This means you can continue playing your favorite games without having to spend extra money. So, not only do you get the fun and excitement of new games, but you also don't have to worry about replacing the ones you already love. That's what makes the Switch 2 even more awesome. While Nintendo is working on the Switch 2, competitors like Steam Deck are making waves. The Steam Deck is like a mini gaming PC you can carry around, and it already handles games the Switch struggles with. Some people think that if the Switch 2 isn't powerful enough, gamers might choose the Steam Deck instead, especially since its price has dropped. How much will the new console cost? That's the question on everyone's mind. While we don't have an exact price yet, the new Nintendo Switch 2 is expected to be priced higher than the current Switch OLED, which sells for $349.99. The Switch 2 might cost around $399.99, which would still be cheaper than the PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series X, both priced at $499.99. As for the release date, the Switch 2 is expected to be officially announced before March 31, 2025, with many rumors indicating that it could arrive around April or May of 2025. If you're thinking about getting a Switch now or waiting for the new one, here are some things to consider. You might want to buy a Switch now if you don't want to wait and are okay with older graphics. It's also a good choice if you find a good deal, especially if it comes with games included. On the other hand, if you're excited about playing newer games with better graphics and don't mind spending a bit more, it might be worth waiting for the Switch 2. So, that was all about the Nintendo Switch 2. Thanks for watching. Let us know your thoughts about the Nintendo Switch 2 in the comment below.